Yeah, so first thing we noticed with the Inspire 2 is it comes in a different case than the regular Inspire 1. What's different about it?
So the big difference with this new Inspire 2 case is that it's got these ratchets on the front here that you can see. So there's 6 clips on the case, and they basically are a much better, much more secure locking system than the previous zip. So the previous zip used to just fall apart, and we had a lot of customers that were pretty upset with the case, not being able to withstand the daily use, I guess. So so we can get it open now, and we'll be able to see that there's good clips to do the ship.
There we go.
So, and then in the case we've got the Inspire 2, we've got the remote controller here. On the front here there's a charging hub. We've got the 2 individual batteries, so this Inspire 2 takes 2 instead of the Inspire 1, which used to just have the single battery. And then we've got a power supply unit underneath here as well, which goes into that charging hub.
Awesome. So, Inspire 2, it looks like a pretty similar form factor to the Inspire 1, but obviously big difference, it's black. What else is the big differences about it?
So I guess the first thing that would kind of draw your eye to it is the FPV camera on the front there with the obstacle collision avoidance as well. So having an FPV camera was one of the modifications that a lot of people were doing to their Inspire 1s, and that just lets the camera operator control the main camera, and then lets the pilot control and see where they're going basically. So that's got it can look forward or down, and you can basically change that in flight, which is fantastic.
So previously the pilot would only see what the camera was looking at, not what the drone was looking at.
So if you wanted to turn the craft, if you wanted to turn the camera to face a subject on your left-hand side, then the pilot would basically have to use that view. So for orientation purposes, having a second camera there that's fixed forward or down is very beneficial.
Okay. So I noticed another big difference is we've got 2 batteries that come with it, and they both go in at once.
Yeah.
Why? What benefits do you get from having 2 batteries instead of just the one?
So having dual battery redundancies is a big safety factor, I guess. It basically allows a more safe operation, effectively. Having 2 smaller batteries also gives you the ability to have more power to the craft. So instead of having one battery that's too big to carry on a commercial aircraft, you can take these TB50s on commercial flights with you with no troubles.
Okay. And with the Inspire 1 you had TB47 and 48. Is there going to be, or have they already released a higher capacity battery for these, or is we just with
So there is another battery. There's a TB55, but it's not compatible with the Inspire 2. The TB55s are designed similar design principle, but they're designed specifically for the Matrice 210 rather than the Inspire ones.
And what sort of flight time are we looking with the 2 batteries? Does it improve much of the flight time? Or?
Yeah, drastically. So instead of having a 15 to 20 minute flight time with the Inspire 1, with the Inspire 2, with these batteries, you get about 25 to 30 minutes out of a set of batteries. So they're paired, and then they work together as one pair of batteries. And then, you get about half an hour of them, which is a fantastic improvement on previous batteries.
Awesome. And as well as the batteries, we've got this little nifty little thing, bit different to what any other parts we've seen before. What's this?
So this bit is the Inspire 2 charging hub. So this works in combination with the Inspire 2 battery charger, and you basically press these buttons and it clicks out a pair of charging hub ports. So you can put your pair of batteries in, and then you can charge 4 batteries at a time, which is great. You can charge 4 batteries on the charging hub, and it does them in pairs. So it'll do 2 batteries and then the other 2 batteries. And so it's nice and convenient.
Awesome. So obviously to get the drone off the ground, we need some props.
That's it.
What sort of, are there any difference between the props that these ones come with than the Inspire 1?
Yeah, so they actually share a design feature to the most recent Inspire 1 propellers. They're a little bit bigger. If you were to put the Inspire 1 propellers on here, then you would see that they do kind of, the Inspire 1 propellers are a little bit shorter, whereas the Inspire 2 props are quite big. They do come quite close to the hull of the craft, so when you've got the aircraft in landing mode, it basically comes within a couple of inches of the hull. But they're a little bit bigger, obviously, because the craft's a bit bigger. It's a little bit heavier. The Inspire 2 obviously does have the choice of having a larger camera or a smaller camera, so it does need that ability to have a bit more thrust when it does have the heavier camera, the X5S on there as well.
Right, and so do we just get the one set with the grip, or?
So you do get 2 sets of propellers with the Inspire 2, so there's 2 full sets of 4.
Yeah, so it gets spare pairs.
So one set for flight and one spare set. So,
awesome.
And they just click in, so instead of having the old push to twist, you have the a twist and lock in like that. So you line up the red dot, the red arrows together, and then you place the propeller on, and then you line up the arrows again, and then that's you good to go.
Awesome. No more spinning propellers.
No more lost props. That's it. So nice and secure.
So next we got the controller. Again, pretty similar form factor to the Inspire 1. Obviously, we've got the nice clean grey color scheme to match the drone itself. Are there any other big differences between this and the old one?
So with the Inspire 2 remote control, it does have a much nicer mounting bracket for the iPad mount, but apart from that, they're pretty similar. You've got the HDMI board built in on the back there as well, so that means that you don't have to buy that as an optional extra, which is nice. There is also a second remote controller that's coming out in the next little while called the Sendence. So that's basically a beefed up version of this. It's got a lot more control over all the different parameters, and it basically integrates perfectly with the new Crystal Sky as well, which is an upgraded screen basically that's super bright and means that in full sun you can use it and still see everything that you're doing.
And I would assume that just like the Inspire 1, you can have a master and a slave controller going at the same time?
Correct, yeah. So you can have if you were buying the Inspire 2, you could always buy the standard package with the standard remote controller and then get the Sendence as an upgrade. And you can mix and match, so you can use the Sendence as your master or your slave, depending on your style of shooting and how you work with your co-pilot. And then I guess there is also another product that's being released in the next little while as well called the Inspire 2 Raw.
Yeah.
So that will actually come with the Sendence remote controller instead of the stock remote control. So means you can get it all in one little bundle, which is nice.
Awesome.